Well, we played a great ball game tonight, in really all phases of it. We got to Porcello that one inning, and then he settled down, and, he was coming off a Cy Young year, and he was a different guy as the game went on. But, we really played a nice ball game. Got some key hits, and then, our defense was really good, and then, of course, starts with Liriano, who was dynamite. He had that blip, that opening day start, but you look back on the last couple starts, he's been really, really good. But that's what he can do. And then, he got Big Joe Biagini comes in and gets a big double play ball with the, tying run at the plate. And then, Grilly did his thing, and he hadn't pitched in a while, and same thing. And Asuna looked really, he looked like he normally looks. So just an all-around good ball game. That's what it takes sometimes.
What does Liriano do when he's right compared to when he struggles a bit? What's the difference between like when he dominates and when he struggles?
Well, to be honest, since he's gotten here, the only time I've seen him have a tough outing was at his first night down there in Tampa. But he can go through those little ruts where he'll lose the strike zone. The way he has his finish on his delivery. He really falls to the right, and that can kind of throw him a little bit out of whack. But I think when he's really good. He's got a great slider. He's got a great changeup, and he'll throw that at any time. But the key is, when he gets a little bit out of whack, he gets. Usually, you'll see Russ go out there and he, gets right back on line anyway. So, but yeah, stuff's really good. Still dominating for a guy that's been around so long. But I think the fact that he can throw anything at any time, and he keeps that ball down. He can. He can spike some balls and get some strikeouts because, look, coming in there in the zone then disappears on you. So,
Gibby, lifting Liriano when you did was obviously the right call. Biagini came in, got a quick ground ball. But did you debate at all letting Liriano work out of that jam?
Well, if he had gotten Betts, I was going to take him through Moreland. But, when the other get the time run to the plate, now when that's what Ramirez does for a living, of lefties. So. Another good call.
John, the way Pilar's playing this season, I guess he's going to make it tough for you to take him out of the leadoff spot. Or what do you see different from him this year?
Well, Buff, I wasn't even considering it right now. I said last night, I think it was that he said he always wanted to be the leadoff hitter, and he's doing some kind of job right now. But I think the key this year is he's tightened up his strike zone. He's still aggressive, but you guys seen in the last couple of years. He can be overly aggressive, and you can still see him. They get ahead in the count with him. They'll try to expand with their pitches, and now he's laying off that. Where in the past he would chase that for a strikeout or something. So that's the biggest thing. But it was a conscious effort on his part coming into spring training. You could see it in spring training, and so you had to tip your hat to him.
Gabe, you'd mentioned a few times that sometimes players need to swing their way out of it, and Kevin, as you mentioned, has been aggressive. I think 2 of his hits today were on first pitches. Do you think that's something important, just to have someone there who's going to jump on that first pitch and maybe put that in the other team's mind?
Well, yeah, with everybody, you can do a lot of damage on that first pitch. A lot of times, they'll attack him. Teams will attack guys just sometimes the way where they're hitting in the lineup. Those guys. Early on they want to, those aren't the guys you want to walk to get on base for the other guys. So then generally they're going to attack them early. And but yeah, the game has kind of gone back. It wasn't too long ago that the whole game was crazed with high discipline. Work your walks. Make the guy throw pitches, and that's when it was a slug it out. 1 through 9's hitting home runs every night. But I think it's changed a little bit. It's probably less power now, and different style in a lot of ways. And it's always easier sometimes to hit that first pitch. You get a good fastball than hitting behind the count. That's for sure.
Gibby, you haven't had too many opportunities to deploy your bullpen the way you've wanted to this year. Was it nice to kind of have Biagini handing it to Grilly, handing it to Asuna in the positions that you envisioned them being in?
Yeah, it really should set up perfectly. That all starts with Liriano. Grilly and Asuna were going to pitch tonight no matter what. They had to. So, but yeah, it was a nice way to win. And he shut out against, really good hit offensive club, that's for sure.